right, so you tell me, what did we just say? Simplified.
So
Nope, just from this angle, what did the other angle?
stand a little bit farther left.
So it's going to make your spine bend, tilted this way, bend this way. He's 55 and you're 59. So you're 4 degrees more upright, and yet you're only about an inch difference because you're using the same foot, which is going to give you more space. Can you see all that space in there and you don't have any of it? Because that's where I think you get crowded sometimes just by standing up. You go down and then up. You're going to see there's some similarities to what you and Tiger do. So if you're slightly further away, that changes, I think, the other two things we just talked about. All right, let's do that. So the camera moves, so sorry to do it. Put you in red like Tiger. I have to keep talking or it'll cut off. Right, so there's the top of your swing. So has he moved out of the box in any part? In the box down here, you're okay there, not perfect. I think you're squatting a little bit on your backswing, which pulls your head down and forward. So your spine is now changed. Let's see where you are now. Let's change colors. '59 to '53. So I bet you if you'd have started in that position, you're much more likely to stay in that position. You start too much here, you're trying to create speed, right? So you're kind of loading, and if you're already there, you don't have to move a lot. Right? So I think your posture helps that too. What about this up here? So what did Ben tell you to do to hit the ball, to hit the single? What was one of the first things you probably said? That look 3/4 of you? But you were doing that in the tournament, I bet. And so now you're back. You know, we always go back to old habits, right? So you need to feel 3/4. He's full, and you see where the club is, right? Look where yours is. You cough or zero. So you can see how far the club's tipped over. The back of your left wrist is cupped. I still think the grip is going to help you with that, so your hands are more secure on the club. It looks like you lost the butt end of the club there. Yeah. Okay. His arms are in front of his body. Yours are behind you. So you need to feel 3/4. Again, if you change your posture and you feel 3/4, you're going to have much more control. All right. So let's watch the change of direction. Let's do Tiger first. Now I want you to pay attention to this red line that's on the back of his neck. So he hadn't changed his spine at all, right? Now watch. So I'm going to stop it right there. So the club's perfect, obviously. He's right on the plane, and he's more down. Is he down because he dipped his spine down, or because his legs? Well, your legs are already down. Remember what we just talked about? So now watch what happens with yours. Let's see. This is perfect. I said this to you last time. Your path to face was pretty good last time. Remember when we did that? Pretty good. That's as good as Tiger. But see how much less room you have to swing your arms? So that's what we call stuck. So watch how his arms get way out in front of his body. Look how much room he has to swing. So when he hits it, he's right back in that same spine angle that he did just a minute ago. All right, for you to do that, you have to stand straight up to get to that position. So does that make sense? So that's what, when Ben says hit a stinger, does that name Ben Fold? What you're trying to accomplish is staying in your spine so it's not moving as much. And that's what gets your compression, because when you start hitting it thin or fat, it's because you're changing your spine angle so much. So again, if your rest position's better, you need to do some mirror work and watch yourself in front of a mirror to see what does 3/4 look like? What does it feel like? So you get used to that. Do you really think you're going to lose any speed? Probably going to gain speed. Okay. But your path to your face is pretty good. So we don't have to worry about that. It's really just catching the ball consistently solid. Because when you're mishitting it, it'll go anywhere, right? You hit it thin or fat. All right, so what was the other number we were looking for? 4, 6, 7. I gotta figure out how this computer will organize this in order. Twenty-four, 6. So I have to keep talking and it'll cut off. 24.
Oh, you meant that Friday, unfortunately. You're talking about the Friday before the tournament?
Yeah, but it doesn't see things going on.
Unfortunately, that Friday before the tournament's gonna be, I'll be covered up pretty deeply with tournament stuff,
There's
but,
a big tournament going on now, the last starting like at 12 o'clock or something like that.
yeah. Probably gets the tournament back there,
Really turn.
but if you want to come on a day other than the 18th, you guys always are welcome. If you want to try to coordinate it where if he comes over, for a lesson and he wants to go over there.
Set the lesson for him on like 9 o'clock that Friday, during his spring break.
Yeah.
We're not come back Friday. And
My right elbow.
the latest thing has been for practice on 10:40.
Okay.
So I think there's a lot of the adult tournament.
Yeah, probably.
See the difference in the width in those arms?
Yes, if there's a day other than that day, next
Look
week.
at the height of his shaft.
No, I it depends on the day.
So if your right arm is
what day of the week it's
down
on,
or
what
low,
day it's on,
let's look
but
at your
yeah,
right
I
elbow.
can.
Why is his
Or,
right arm
I'm gonna bring
above
a friend,
his left?
and I'll do whatever I can do to get a consult with him too.
Gloves, I guess.
He's serious out there.
Yeah.
So to keep your arms wider, two parts of that. So you can't just create width with your arms. So what else has to be moving to get wide? Your chest. Also your shoulder plane. Can you tell his left shoulder is more this way? So he can keep his arms more there. If your shoulder plane is flat, is this way? Where's my right arm now? Where's the arms going to go? Around more. So you did okay with your spine. His is more neutral though. It's more vertical and yours is more back. That's what we were talking about earlier. So you're slightly more off the ball. He's more on top of it. So he creates more width. So just looking at the difference with the spine. All right. I still think your setup is going to make a huge difference. Let's do this all day, every day. All right. Let's look at the change direction. That's Sean O'Hare, great ball striker. Let's watch this part. Up, down, down, back up. Right? Did you come up the same amount that you went down though? And he's still in the ball. So to keep this really simple in your brain so you don't have a lot of thought is own your setup. So what did we talk about in your setup? So slightly wider,
More
centered, and more space. You created more space by doing what?
by getting
Slightly further away. Okay, so if we had one thing to work on, what would it be? Other than setup.
one.
You getting smarter too?
You go 3/4.
Yeah,
heel 3/4, and what would help you with your spine? Keeping your spine.
My spine.
You're on the right track.
Head's got to stay, but that's not.
Because if your posture is better addressed, remember how tall you are, you'd be in the box already. Right? So you just said you're gonna keep the club wider in front of you by keeping the left shoulder move down versus move up, because that contributes to the other fall, right? So if you stayed in your spine and kept your head more neutral with a better setup, what's gonna change this right here? Because I think that's the biggest thing you're gonna change. Going 3/4, I'm agreeing with that, but that's not what's going to change this guy.
I say maybe like get my club, my left shoulder is down more, so it has to come back up.
Okay, that contributes, but do you squat going down or squat changing direction?
Changing direction.
Remember I was talking about that? If you squat going back, you're already down. Then your spine goes down. So you got to feel like that your change direction is in the legs, so that you're not popping out of posture. So 3/4, Greg, keeping your spine and your head quieter. So what are you going to write down? You've got your setup sheet. What's your back swing sheet?
I have heel 3/4. Shoulder pivot.
Left shoulder plane. Right? Because if your right arm goes down, what's your left shoulder doing? That's why you squat going back.
Okay, yeah, it makes all sense now.
Okay. I figured you figured it out.
Yeah.
So if you start out, the right arm started more vertical, because I'm more flexible on my knee, versus if I went like this, the one here. Wouldn't it help you to feel or sense that if your left shoulder is lower, that your right hip is now going to work up and back? So there's no way you can sit going back. I'm not changing my spine. My foot is going this way, right? That's how you sit this way. If you're already set when you get there, you go like this. You're trying to create room by moving your butt and your legs back and your spine's going down. That way you gotta move on. I think you can fix all about the setup and back. So you don't even have to think about moving direction. So we're going to simplify your setup, simplify your backswing, and I don't even think you would think about it, especially if you were at 3/4. Yeah. All right, let's go do it.